I have got a completely new setup here. Got, as you can see, all my anime stuff in the background, all of my figures there, and also some of my Marvel stuff, Black Panther, Captain Marvel. But today, the main focus for today is we are going to be talking about the Lego Movie franchise. And the Lego Movie 2 just recently came out, so I am going to say if I let a spoiler go in this, I'm sorry. But just know that there might be some spoilers for the Lego Movie 2 in this. Now, you may be asking yourself, Afro X, you're like what, 25, in your mid 20s, something like that. Why would you care about the Lego movie and stuff like that? Isn't that stuff for kids? And let me tell you, yeah, the movies are designed for kids, but boy, do they have so much for adults in them too. Um, I really enjoyed watching both the movies. Actually, before I went to go see the second one, I rented the first one on YouTube, which has been a great service that I didn't even realize existed, that you can rent movies for really cheap on YouTube. But I in the first one, I thought it was so great. What I love about these movies is that they managed to do so much with them. They managed to figure out how to put together a kid storyline, and they had an actual plot line. There was a lot of humor, and it was kids humor, but there was also a lot of adult humor too. Jokes that only adults would get, or people who grew up in the 80s or 90s, stuff that they would get. And that's what I loved about it so much. But I mean, I especially love, and I'm going to get into a little bit of the subtext here. And if you saw my video called Subtext, you'll know what that is. It's the underlying message behind the whole movie. And honestly, the movie let its subtext just go blatant all the way. The subtext was about like the real life family, and you don't really realize it until the end, but like President Business is a mirror for the kid's dad, while the kid himself is a mirror for Emmett. And I love how, and I love how well adjusted the kid is, that he can make up a story, because the idea is that this whole story is coming from the mind of like a 9-year-old. Um, and what I love about the story is just that he's so well adjusted that he can get that, like, you know what? A Lego construction worker isn't just a Lego construction worker. He can be anything. He can be the most important thing in the universe, and no one would ever know. And and I just love that. I love how the subtext too is about taking something that is already there and turning it and transforming it into something greater than itself. And the biggest message that I got from all of it was just that YouTube creators, the first Lego movie was designed as a message to YouTube creators and YouTube in general. I love that line, the exact line where he says, "Why don't you take something that's already built and make it into something new?" And like, I just want to give out a big message to YouTube, which is that yes, I get your fair use stuff, and I understand that people's things need to be protected, but also, like, the great thing about being the human race is that we get to be creative. It is so much fun to take somebody else's world, something that they've built, and change it and tweak it into something that's so much more than itself, so much better. I know that full well, since I do video editing and stuff like that. Um, well, I've tried my hand. I, Afro X, have tried my hand at video editing. Most of the video editing is done by my editor, producer, and manager, Uriah. But anyways, I have tried my hand at video editing a couple, and it is so much fun to do. Um, to just take worlds that people have built and change them, see what you can do with them and stuff like that. And that's the whole message of the first Lego movie, which is why I love it. Now, on to the second Lego movie, Lego Movie 2. Once again, maybe spoilers, but what can you do? I'm gonna let you get a little bit better view of the setup there. I have both statues of Goku Super Saiyan 3 and Goku that is regular Super Saiyan, because the front of his hair is not flipped up. Did you know that's how you can tell? You can tell Super Saiyan 1 from Super Saiyan 2 because his hair in Super Saiyan 2 is flipped up so that it looks like a pineapple, which I think is kind of funny. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. Lego Movie 2. Lego Movie 2 I thought was really good. It had kind of a simpler premise, a simpler subtext. But the whole point of the second Lego Movie was that the whole point of the second Lego Movie was that it was more of a kid. It was more of a moral to children. It was a moral that you should share and you should spend time with the people that you love, which is a very important thing. And that, collaboration, good ideas come from multiple different people. Two heads are so much better than one. And I mean, tying it into the first one, if the first one was about taking worlds that have been created and transforming them into something greater than themselves, then the second movie was about doing that same thing, but with the help of other people. And I mean, it's just such a good moral. What I more liked about the second Lego Movie was that it had more of the references that adults would get. Now, when I say adult humor and adult jokes, I'm not talking about racy, raunchy jokes. And speaking of the humor in these movies, what I loved is thinking back through watching the movies, never ever once did they have toilet humor. I can't remember a poop joke, a fart joke, anything in there. They didn't have toilet humor, which was an amazing mark on their quality, on their film quality. But and when I say adult humor in this, I do not mean raunchy humor, sex jokes, anything like that. Of course not. This is a kids movie made by Warner Brothers. What would they do? But okay, here is a small spoiler. It doesn't ruin the plot at all. It's just a small joke in there. At one point, one of the characters says to Batman, she says, "I didn't even like you when you were played by Ben Affleck." And Batman retorts back with, "I'm kind of a Michael Keaton guy." And the first character says, "Ooh, I loved him in Beetlejuice," which was awesome because Beetlejuice was a movie made in the 80s. Like, that is a reference that 80s teenagers, or people who were teenagers in the 80s, are going to get. A reference to Beetlejuice. Not so much that the kids will get that, that'll go right over their heads, but people from the 80s will get that, people from the 90s will get that, because their parents showed them Beetlejuice and stuff. And honestly, anyone who has seen Beetlejuice knows Michael Keaton's work and knows that Michael Keaton played one of the very first Batman in film, if not the very first Batman in film. Also, we cannot go on without mentioning Adam West. Rest in peace, man. I know he died probably about a year and a half ago, but still, rest in peace, dude. You number one Batman. Good stuff. Anyways, looks like we just got a viewer. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, the movies were good. And I liked the humor in them. Uh, if I had to pick a favorite character in the movies, I know he wasn't in the second one, but my favorite character in the Lego franchise is Vitruvius, the ancient wizard. I just loved how they were able to take a Gandalf-esque character and make him really, really funny. And I just enjoyed everything about him. And also, if we're talking like fighting and stuff, they gave that dude the best move set in history. I mean, even though he died like a second later, but yeah. And honestly, I'm not worried about spoiling the first Lego movie. It's been out for 2.5, 3 years. So if you haven't seen the first Lego movie, that's kind of your loss. Um, but I'm trying to keep it real toned down on the spoilers for the second Lego movie. Um, anyways, that's all I really have for you. I do want to say thanks for watching this live stream, or if you are watching the recorded version after I'm done with this live stream, thanks for watching also. Um, End cap stuff. Let's see. Let's just stack up the boards, see what we've got. If you could check out my other channels, Game Bros and Epic Games. I know right after I'm done doing this live stream, I'm going to be posting a brand new video on Epic Games, and that video is going to be Kingdom Hearts 3 in real life, so you will not want to miss that. I want a big thank you to everyone who watched the first Epic Games video, the Megalovania lyrics one. That video got 32 views in 4 days, which was an amazing takeoff. What that channel really needs is for those people who are viewing it to then go and subscribe to it. Also, comments are great. That channel is literally fueled by your ideas, so comments are great for that. Yes, Epic Games Game Bros. I know we haven't done anything on Game Bros in a while. I just want to get more interest in it, and also get more time for me and Kingster to do stuff with it. It has been difficult. I have work, and a lot of it is just me doing other things. But do definitely check out Game Bros, especially if you love like anime, One Piece in general, and video games, because that's what we've done so far. But we will get some other games in there. If I can set it up, Kingster does own Portal 2, and I do want to get some footage of Portal 2. I think that'd be fun for you guys, since it's an old game. Anyways, looking forward to the future of the Afro X channel. Just really quick, what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of maybe splitting up themes for months. 1 month will be anime, 1 month will be music, 1 month will be random stuff like that. Maybe a month for movie reviews. If I get some more money and can continue to go see movies and stuff, but man, I'm just gonna keep doing stuff. As for the anime months, I'm thinking first week, that's flipping OP. And then the maybe the next week I do a music cover of an anime theme song or something like that. That'd probably be fan requested. And then for the rest of the month, it would be first an episode of Anime Legends, which is going to be the new segment I'm introducing just so I can split Anime Origins in two. Anime Legends is going to be an explanation of the anime we're covering, the most important characters in it, what the storyline and theme of it is, so that will be its own video. And then the video on the following week will be Anime Origins, but the new version of Anime Origins will only be about the mythology of the anime that I covered the previous week in Anime Legends. Also, tell me if you want me to switch that up, because I might do Anime Origins first and then Anime Legends. but it is kind of up to you. Right now, that's just a schedule that I have. So I just want to say sorry. This end card is getting kind of long winded. Um, but I just wanted to cover a lot of things. That is all for my live stream, folks. Thanks for watching. Keep YouTubing, YouTubers. Don't fight the fro. And always remember to stay legendary. See you later, YouTube. Bye-bye. There we are.